to finally have you in the wine cellar. We got Carmen Pritchett.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, shout out to the winos. Listen, the reason you in here, you know, only the messiest of the messiest
Oh man, I'm
wound
nervous.
up in this room. It's either you messy or you got something to teach people.
Right.
And the mess can teach us a lot. But you and Corey SSG, your husband, because he's still your husband.
Legally, yeah.
I mean,
we haven't divorced. Like we haven't signed the divorce papers.
That's your husband, though.
Right.
That is your husband. So if something happened to him tomorrow, they're going to be calling you.
Right.
Correct? Okay. You guys have been married for, around 5?
5 years.
5 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You've been active on social media the entire time.
Yes.
Okay.
Since the whole relationship started, really.
How long after? I don't even think I asked him that, because here's the thing. Let me give somebody some backstory. So we reached out because my team reached out. We saw Corey saying that he called immigration on you and your family. I guess he thought, I don't know why he would do something like that. And we did ask him, because we did do a full-length interview with him last week before you came. We didn't share that you guys were coming because we thought we didn't have to, because,
Right.
you know, you guys are both at odds. You know, y'all were arguing and shit, going back and forth on social media. But, you know, when I saw that post, I was like, all right, now this done gone too far. Y'all got 2 kids together and, you know, they're with you full time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you and your mom, I guess, are taking care of the boys while he's working. And
doing whatever he's doing.
Whatever he's doing,
Right.
okay? And, you know, to see him just kind of upload out of nowhere that he was calling immigration or had called immigration on you to have you and your family deported because y'all allegedly walked across the border when you were 7 years old illegally. And I guess this was going to be a way that he was able to kind of get full custody of his kids, because he was kind of alleging that you were keeping the kids from him as well.
No, I never kept the kids away. Never was. That was never the situation. You know, I felt like it was what he was doing and how he was moving. They kept me, you know, to keep the distance on, like, okay, this is not the right time for you to even be in the kid's life, because something is going on mentally. Okay. So, you know, I feel like I never kept the kids away from him. But the times that he tried to reach out, it was just for, like, other stuff, not necessarily, you know, let me see the kids. So I never kept the kids away from him, never.
Oh, okay. No. Now, I've watched a lot of interviews between you two, but nobody really ever got, like, you know, I would say the full backstory. You guys were kids when y'all first met. 18 years old. Mm-hmm. And from that, there you go, Mama.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Welcome to the wine cellar. Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, anytime. Kids, he's already active on social media. Mm-hmm. You're not. Okay. You guys quickly get together. How long after? First of all, how did you guys actually meet?
We met through Instagram.
Oh.
Yeah, he slid in my DMs. And eventually we ended up figuring it out. They was in the same city. It was just like probably 45 minutes away from each other. Because he's from the country. Okay. And I was in the city. Okay. So he slid in my DMs and we just started, like, you know, chopping it up there. And then we exchanged numbers. And then that's how we knew we had the same area code. And eventually we were just, like, you know, talking for a minute before we actually linked up. And when we linked up, it was just like, oh, we in love.
So y'all went in love. And I like to refer to that as puppy love. But since that, you guys have evolved into a full-blown marriage, full-blown business between the two of you guys, because you guys have completely made your marriage, your kids, everything that you guys are about a business. I don't even think anything is private between you two.
No, at this point, no.
No
more.
Because I got some exclusive wine we're going to be discussing. That's what the wine cellar's for. And so now you guys are, you got this family, you guys are making all of this money. I mean, were you comfortable with being so public on social media, being that he was already kind of like a public figure in the making?
At first it was kind of uncomfortable because I was never like that social media person. So even when he brought up about doing YouTube and doing videos and stuff, it was just like, it sounds fun. You know, at the time it was very much fun, and that's what everybody was doing during that time. And like you said, he was already known on Facebook and he was very much active on his platforms. So when he introduced me to his people, you know, they kind of even requested, oh, y'all should do like a YouTube channel. Like, y'all gonna be super dope from that. And eventually, like, I think that was his goal before he even met me, was to do YouTube, was to want to be like a public influencer or whatever the case was. And it just happened that I guess I fit the perfect script. And I was the one to, you know, help him make the dreams come true.
Okay. And he said that you guys made around like $10 million?
Yeah, I would say overall, if we really count it out, yeah.
Okay. Do you get paid from appearances and things like that too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah, like
so
people like when book you to go like hostings or events, like it can be school events or just any other public event. Like they will, say like, okay, how much you charge to come, or have like a meet and greet at their place.
Okay. And so are you happy with everything that y'all build? I mean, you got like 5 million plus followers just on Instagram alone. That's not including all the YouTube channels y'all got, TikTok followers, and on Facebook. I mean, are you happy with everything that y'all have accomplished together as such a young couple?
Definitely happy and grateful. I feel like when I look back at it, it was like, damn, we did all of this in such amount of like time. Because in a year, I would say that's when we really like just blew up and really took off. And then like when I see other people like, trying to do what we was doing, it's hard now. Like YouTube is totally different now. Mm-hmm. So now like that do make me value, where we had and where we did. So I'm definitely grateful for it,
Yeah, it's TikTok is the new YouTube now.
Yeah.
So, the couples are emerging over here. Y'all kind of reminded me of like Ken and Diara a little bit. But Ken and Diara never had kids. They never got married. But they still went through similar public scandals, the cheating and and things like that. So you guys have been when I say as far as all the planned content,
yeah,
a lot of times when you guys are going through real stuff, is it hard? Like, I guess when people are blaming you, saying that this is a cloud chase because y'all do pranks and stuff, or that's what y'all used to do. And then when you're actually going through something that's actually taking a toll on who you are as a person, taking a toll on your family, is it difficult to read the comments when they're saying, oh, this is fake news, y'all clout chasing, this ain't real?
Yeah, it's very much hard. And I feel like I had to mold myself to just stay out the comments. So like whenever I post a picture or whenever the T pages post something, I just don't read comments. Because it's kind of like drain. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like, dang, like y'all really don't know the real. Y'all just going based on whatever we show y'all or whatever, other people are saying. So it's definitely hard. It takes like a mental toll on you.
Let's step away from the social media stuff for a little bit. Like, aside from being on social media and being so public with our relationship and garnering so much in such a short time, and y'all are very young, like y'all are in y'all early 20s still.
Yeah.
Do you really, do you feel that it was, I don't know, like, would you have stayed with Corey this long had you would have not had social media? Or do you feel like social media kind of made y'all stay together because of, you guys are both tied together business-wise?
Mm. On my end, I would say it wasn't social media who kept us together, because I felt like we did deal with like real life, certain stuff that didn't hit social media, or the way we handle things, it was never really like broadcast how we did it. So I won't think it played a part, but maybe it played a part on it motivate us to maybe like want to keep going or want to keep trying and work on it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I wouldn't really put it like social media was.
Because everybody was kind of watching y'all.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. You have the audience that like you, and you have the audience that really don't like you. So it's like, we should watch the situation always. So I don't necessarily will say social media played a part in that.
How long until, y'all were serious? I'm sure the first baby came pretty soon, pretty quick.
A year after.
A year. Mm-hmm. That's pretty quick. And you guys were young. You were what, 19?
Yeah.
When you got pregnant? Mm-hmm. That's a baby raising a baby. Yeah. And then on top of that, you doing it in front of the world. Right. How long until things started to take a toll on your relationship? Was it when the first baby came, or?
I think it was when I was pregnant with the baby.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah, in 2018.
When you was pregnant with a baby. What were some of the things that y'all were going through behind the scenes that people didn't know about publicly?
Well, first it was new in Houston, because we moved from Alabama to Houston. Mm-hmm. So during that time of me being pregnant, like we didn't have no family in Houston. It was just us two and then the friends that we moved in with. But he started experiencing like new things, new people, platform followers growing up every day. We are touching amount of money that we was expecting to touch. So it's like life is just moving fast, and he's being exposed out there for people like, see new things, new females, or whatever the case may be. And yeah, I feel like things got to his head, like the fame and the money and how fast everything was happening. So I felt like, and plus, like, we never been pregnant before. So he didn't know how to deal with a pregnant girl. It was just a lot that, like you said, for one, we was very much young. So we was just, like, going with the flow. But I can definitely say that's when things really started going bad in our relationship.
Okay. Do you blame yourself a little bit? Because I heard you say
I do.
you know, you were pregnant and it was hard on him.
Yeah, no, but I blame myself for allowing it to happen. So
Like, what you mean by that?
like, you know, like when he would get exposed on social media that he, you know, was cheating or whatever, like I would talk about it with him. We will handle it. Like I will, you know, take care of that and whatever. But I feel like after so many times, it just became like a cycle. And he was more sort of comfortable with just doing it instead of just realizing like it's damage being caused by every action you're doing. But I didn't, you know, really put my foot down and say, well, like, you need to stop or you need to do this. Or I never really took any actions to, you know, show him, like, all right, if you don't stop, this was going to happen. Until, like, maybe, like, down the line when so much was already happening already.
You became numb. So did you eventually, like, fall out of love with him and you just kind of stayed, you know, for the kids' sake?
No, I felt out of love during the breakup. Like, I didn't feel out
During
of love.
this latest breakup?
Yes.
Because y'all been broken up for what, about
6 months?
6 months? Yeah. Okay.
I fell out of love during that time. But I was always in love with him. And I feel like maybe that's what, you know, kept me around and just kind of want to try to work out our marriage.
You call it a marriage?
I don't know, because people have different definitions of marriage, you know, and I mean, we did get married young, very much young, but.
Because y'all got married and not only was he like, you know, he was cheating a lot. First of all, did you ever cheat on him?
I mean, I did text the guy before. Like, I think it was like right before we broke up during that time. That's when things were just going left for us. So I did text the guy before.
But you never slept with anybody else? No other man?
No.
You are
not
strong.
in a relationship.
You are strong. Yeah. I would have hit his best friend. The way he was outside. I'm young, I'm pretty. I'm going to hit your best friend. Look.
But you know, they say, hey, karma gonna get you. So.
That's his karma. That ain't your karma. Because you hit it and you go. And then you fuck up that relationship too. Yeah. And then he done fucked up the relationship with you. So he out of the best friend and the girl. And boom, he got to rebuild. Sorry, Corey.
Yeah, I just let God handle it.
It is what it is. Like,
right, yeah.
You know, you got to, that's how you put your foot down. K. Michelle said it. You need another one to get over the other one. You know, K. Michelle? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So but I'm just shocked because it was like a lot of girls. And then, you know, there was videos where you were talking about so young and that kind of like, I'm like, girl, you got kids. And y'all were talking about, you know, doing threesomes and you felt like you had to do threesomes at one point just to keep him.
I wouldn't necessarily say that I had to try it for that reason, but I was curious too, you know, so I feel like he played a part into where he wanted it versus like, okay, well, let me see like how this will feel. But do I regret it? I definitely do regret it because I feel like that's what opened the door to other stuff that started happening.
Like what?
Like, you know, hey, I'm just feeling more comfortable with wanting females around all the time, or, oh, hey, can you invite your friend to come over? Or if we're taking a trip, like, yeah, you can invite a friend if you want to.
He was thinking he was going to get a threesome or something?
I don't necessarily will put it as if he always wanted a threesome, but I feel like he always wanted it like another person. You know, like he wanted like 2 girls with him or something like that. I don't know. That's how he made me feel.
Cause see, that's it. It's interesting that you say that because I know a lot of young men out here now are like, you know, they're this polyamorous or polygamous thing, but it's like it's one-sided.
Yeah.
And did you ever ask him for a threesome with another man? No, but
we did, like, when we would have conversations, I was like, okay, so, like, what if I want to have a threesome with a guy? Like, what will your reaction be? And you already know, like, oh, no, that's not happening. Like, you can't do that. Yeah. So, yeah. But
were you questioning your sexuality at one point?
No.
Never?
No, never.
But you just wanted to try it, I guess, to save the relationship.
Yeah, I would say he did play a part on that. Yeah, but I do like girls, like, when I'm tipsy, maybe I would say. But I never... Yeah.
So when you're tipsy, you saying you like women?
Like, I will become more attracted to them, in other words.
Then that's not your normal spirit then.
What you mean?
Because okay, I got like true to the gang gay friends, right? Mm-hmm. It doesn't take alcohol for them to be enticed if they like women or if the men like men. Like they whether they drunk or not. The fact that you're saying that it's alcohol that kind of brings that out of you.
Well, it brings that out in a way where, like, I don't overthink it. Like, right now, if I'm sober, I can still, you know, probably will flirt with a girl and say, oh, you pretty, beautiful, whatever the case. But I won't be too much of, hey, well, you want to do this, do that. Like, I'm not bold enough to do it like sober, especially if I don't know you. Like I'm not about to approach you like that, you know. But like, if I know you, then that's a different story.
So don't you think that's kind of inviting more issues? Because I know you and Corey have since reconciled. Now he said
Reconversated.
He said that. We interviewed him last week. This is exclusive. After he did get on social media to drag you, I was just like, what the fuck could you have said to her to make her want to take you back?
No, okay, he didn't get that far to
he
take you back.
He said y'all was fucking now.
Okay, fucking in what way?
He said that.
Fucking in what way?
He said y'all had sex?
No.
And production?
No, I'm not saying you're lying.
No, I'm just saying, didn't he say that? Because I don't want to misquote Corey, but didn't he say that they slept together, Slim? Okay.
Yeah.
He said what? What you mean, didn't sleep together? So they didn't have sex?
No.
Is that what was said, Slim? Because I know you edited the video. That's what I thought. Okay, we'll have to run back that footage. But he was saying that you, him, and his assistant talked for hours. He had he didn't tell nobody he was going to Houston. He said he was very depressed before he went. He started to, just kind of get away from a lot of the people that he was around. And he said he actually prayed. If I'm not mistaken, he actually cried and prayed in the shower. The day or hours up leading to meeting with you, I guess he felt bad. He has a mentor that's some type of athlete that's married and kind of talked him into reality. And you guys ended up making up. And he said, I went to get my wife back. That's my wife.
Well, I don't know what exactly the goal really was. But at first he was reaching out to want to see the kids. And, like the people that I was communicating with, I was scared to tell him I don't have the kids because I haven't talked to Corey at all. And I don't know what mentally he was. So I was in fear, like, okay, if he knows that my mom have the kids, I don't know what he's going to try. Like, I don't know if he's going to go there and get the kids and I'm not going to get my kids back. I don't know, So he ended up reaching out to his bro and then his bro reached out to his mom. And then his mom reached out to me and said, hey, Sia said he wants to see the kids. I said, well, I don't have the kids. So I didn't even went into details with her about it neither because that's his mom at the end of the day. So eventually, like, I did have a feeling in my heart. I was like, I don't want her to feel like I'm keeping the kids from him because I'm really not. And eventually, I ended up telling her, like, well, I don't have the kids. Like, so I don't know what you want me to do or tell. And eventually that's when the conversation came about, well, can we just meet up? Like at first it was like, well, what's your address? Like, we just need to talk privately. I said, nah, can we meet up somewhere else?
Well, where was the kids?
With my mom. They were my mom in Alabama.
In Alabama?
She stays in Alabama, yeah.
Okay, so you saying the kids are not with you in Houston?
Yeah, they're not with me.
And he didn't know where the kids were?
Yeah, he didn't know. Because, we haven't talked. So he didn't know what the kids were.
When was the last time y'all actually talked and he, I guess, knew where the kids were?
Back in December. Yeah, back in December. Okay. That's when, because, we broke up in October. But back in December, I gave him the opportunity to, get back into our lives and reconnect with his kids, not me and him, with the kids. And eventually, I don't know what really happened, switched up and we're back on social media, dramas, and went, as far as he went. So that's what was like, okay, yeah, we don't need to talk about nothing, Okay. And then since then, like I haven't talked to him about nothing, reach out or nothing until that time he just went to Houston. Okay,
so he come to Houston, you guys talk, and he says that, because I asked him, I said, his assistant is really pretty. Mm-hmm. And he, was saying that, she makes him a better man and, they're praying together. And I'm like, well, how does Carmen feel about that? Being that you have a pretty woman that's close to you, that's with you all the time. He was like, well, I took her with me and we all prayed together and we all talked together. And I'm like, huh? Like, how you feel about him rolling with this? I told him, I was like, for me, as your wife, especially a young wife, and being that you definitely can't be trusted around women. Like, I was like, would she actually trust? Like, if she says the assistant gotta go, she gotta go. Then he was like, then she gotta go.
Based on with the conversation we even about, like, she's very respectful That's what she gave me, like gave me my respect. And when we was conversating, I did notice how he would express himself about her. Like, oh, well, she been here since me and you broke up. Like, she does this, she does that. We spiritually connected, like that. But, like, there's no feelings attached to that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel no type of way if he like her, love her, if whatever they got going on. Like, like, I don't have any type of way because I feel like at the end of the day, like, just like you found someone to help you, or, to get over what we was going through is the same thing I did. Like, I did find a person that was supporting me, that was just, there for me. So.
You still with that person?
Yeah, we still connected. We still talk.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I don't understand why we would be. This is the thing. Like, I don't
So why would Corey think he went to get his wife back and said both of y'all are moving to Alabama and moving in together?
His assistant moving to Alabama. I'm confused, but not
Production, am I lying? Did he not say that they was moving to Alabama together?
No, I
need y'all to roll that footage. When y'all,
oh man,
I'm like, how he got on social media talking cash shit.
Exactly,
and then all of a sudden he get the.
So just think about it, like you saying all of this, all of that, like. It's just even hard to believe because, like, then you have done all of this publicly to just say this and it just looks so easy, like nothing happened. We forgot about it. We moving on. Like, that's not the case. Like, that's not the case. When I sat down with him, the conversation was more so of, he apologized. He did start the conversation with an apology.
Okay.
I apologized. And the conversation was really more deep about the kids, because I feel like when I snapped on social media, I shouldn't have because I was working on my best to not reply.
I mean, but he triggered you.
Exactly. And like,
he said
I feel
he was
like
calling immigration on you and your family. Come on now. Like,
yeah, but like when it comes to the kids, it's like, don't push the buttons because now you're doing too much, So I asked him, I looked in his eyes and I said, so deep down in your heart, did you really feel like I was keeping the kids from you? He was like, no. But you wasn't answering the phone for me. You wasn't doing this, you wasn't doing that. So I went to social media and I said, no, you could have still, the same way you contact these different people to trying to talk to me right now, you could have did the same thing to figure out was your kids good or not. So I feel like it's a lot of stuff that we really didn't even get a chance to really conversate because obviously it was a third person in there. And I feel like we didn't have that private moment to actually talk about what needed to be talked about or, like everything that has been going on publicly. So
it's just amazing how he was just so like, I got my wife back. We're moving to Alabama. I'm leaving Miami. I'm going back home. I want to be closer to my boys. And you don't understand, like, I just spent so much time, like, fucking up, and I never considered how she felt about everything that I was doing. I just didn't care. So I was just like, would you admit that you were narcissistic? And he goes, absolutely. So I said, okay, that's a step. Did he ever tell you that he felt like he was narcissistic? Because that's what a narcissist is.
All right.
And that could drive you crazy as a person. Like, I know I'm not, like, what am I doing to deserve this? Or what did I do to make you do this? And that's why I kind of question you about the threesomes. Was it something that you actually wanted to do? Like, would you have done it on your own? And like you say, I'm not going to approach a girl. I'm not going to be, sexually aroused by a girl unless there's alcohol and it helps me to relax. But I think it was your man that enticed you to kind of do those things that you still questioning yourself because at the end of the day, you're still dating men.
Right.
Right? And so who is this man, honey? Because Corey says, I'm trying to tell you, I know it's some shit. I said, he was like, he said, y'all back together.
I don't know exactly what he meant about that, but me knowing it from camera, I know what way he meant and how people gonna take it. But no, like, we got back cool to talk and conversate because we have not spoken in 5 months.
So you're not moving to Alabama with him?
No, why would I? Why would I? Why would I? I feel like right now I have my goals. I have things to do. And
I was going to say, you just going to drop everything that you're doing? You finally got this freedom on your own? And
it took me so long to get what I made, like, after the breakup. Like, I really started from zero to where I'm at right now. Even, like, having my own space and really kind of, like, just owning up, like, okay, this is my life now, So it's like, it's not an easy situation to just throw the towel and then, all right, let's go. Let's do what you want. Like, it's just not that easy. And I feel like I'm not in the position that I was maybe like a year ago, where if all that would have happened and we would have talked and stuff, maybe I would have folded. You know, maybe that stuff would have happened. But
is it true that he took your YouTube channel from you and took your money?
Okay, so yes, he did. He took the channel, but what he tells people is that, well, our channels were connected to one email, and
that's what he said.
The one who created it, he the one who started it, so it was technically his, I guess. I never knew that. We never even had the conversation while we were still together. So when I saw it, it was like, okay, Corey. And that's what made me, start a new YouTube channel. Yeah.
So he really tried to make you suffer financially so that you would have to come back to him.
I guess so. Like, I never look at it things like, oh, he's doing this because he wants me to do that. But eventually, that's how I was feeling. Like, you want me to call you and tell you I need you. You want me to call you and say this. But I just couldn't. I feel like it was so much that had happened. It's like, you need to really feel it. Like, what you did is just not okay at all. Like, and not in a million years.
That's why I was shocked when he came in here. He was like, I went and got my wife back. Like, we talked. Yeah, I was going to come in here and drag her. Because we were supposed to interview him a week before he actually sat down. But it was a conflict in both of our schedules. Mm-hmm. So he ended up, he said he had to go to Houston to take care of some business. I didn't know that the business was with you. And then when
he went for a dentist appointment, if I'm not mistaken. That was originally the main
All these
plan.
dentists in Miami?
No, not in Houston.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But he live in Miami. All these dentists in Miami, they take walk-ins.
I don't live in Miami. I don't know. But that's what he said. And that's, I did see him with medication and doing stuff for his mouth. But I don't know if it was the really reason to go all the way to Houston for them. I can't speak on that.
But as far as like, you guys building everything together, and you're entitled to half of everything that's being earned, and for him to just turn your, and take your money away like that to me is kind of okay. And now you're trying to deport me, you're trying to deport my family. That's why I was like, I know motherfucking well Carmen just ain't just fall and just sleep with him, and
it's
now
just not that easy.
They're back together, and he was sitting here like, yeah, exclusive. He real cocky as fuck. I was like, look at little Corey. Look at little Corey. Corey is cocky as fuck.
Yeah, you got to see him for yourself.
How did you deal with that?
That's the question I get asked. Like, how did you deal with that for so long? But, maybe I just didn't see him in the way that everybody see him. Cause
you see him like that now, don't you?
Yeah. Like, I started seeing like, man, like, you always do that. Like, why you do that? Like, come on, Corey, that was lame.
Real extra, real pretty, real like he wants to look better, have the center of attention. Just, I don't know if I could deal with a man that wants to be better and compete with his woman. Like, he gives me that vibe. Did he try to compete with you?
I never felt that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Like,
he
said he was a real man. He was like, she ain't never had no man like me before.
That was the only relationship I've been in for so long, technically. Like, before him, I had 2 boyfriends. But
you
one,
were a baby.
Yeah, like, that was high school boyfriends. So, like, I didn't live with them. I didn't build anything with them. So, I was with him for 7 years. That was the only man I did have.
So he was like, she ain't never had nobody like me. She ain't gonna get nobody like me. And to hear that you're in you're not in a relationship, but you are dating somebody.
Okay, so when you say dating,
are you fucking somebody?
Yes. Okay, I was kind of just dating, but like, I'm living life, but not with like just multiple people or whatever. No, like I told you, like, this guy has been here like since the breakup. He's like, being like very much like emotionally supported, physically, and he never tried to talk down on Corey. He never told me like to keep the kids away from Corey. He would give me advice like, hey, listen, mommy, whatever you and him got going on, it doesn't have nothing to do with you and the kids. Like, let the man see the kids, whatever.
Is he black or Latina?
Who?
The guy. He's
light skinned. He's mixed. It's Meechie.
Cause when you said he was like, listen, mommy, so you done with black men.
No, that's how he talks. That's how he talks.
You done with black men. And Corey make you run from black men. I mean, that is a lot of black men to deal with, Corey. Like,
yeah.
And for him to try to deport you, now he swears the reason he wanted to do that is because he felt like you got with him after he slid in your DM, and the only reason you got married to him was because you was trying to get a green card.
No, Corey knew the story from the beginning. Like, Corey knew everything was talked about. It was never an agreement that that's the reason why we got married. Like, it was never that. But eventually in the relationship, you know, I start hearing him saying, and he started like bragging and saying like, well, you know, I was just so in love and so young. Like, I fell in love with her and I wanted to help her, or I wanted to make sure she's good, this and the third. So he always would use that, but to brag about his love for me. But I never lied to Corey about anything. And Corey knows that. That's one of the reasons.
So where did it... Go ahead, sorry.
I'm saying, like, that's one of the reasons why I never took the time to address anything. Because for one, it's very much personal and very much private, because it is my personal life at the end of the day. So it's like, for the way that he even put it out there and stuff, it's like, I never even clarified, was it true? Was it a lie? Was not, you know? But it just only showed me, like, okay, you can be a different person. Like, when you don't get your way, or when you mad, or when you hurt, like, this is the real you. Like, this is what you do.
You're vindictive as fuck. That's how women do. Like, they fucking slash tires and take your money from you.
You know what? I never did anything crazy like that to Corey. Never. Probably the most crazy thing I probably did was, like, just black out and maybe probably wanted to fight him when I was mad at him or stuff. But I never did, like, busting windows and just breaking stuff. Like, no, but that's how it goes.
He seems to be as the type to always try to share, like, what he did for somebody. Like, this is what I do. They know I'm a solid dude. I got it. You know what I'm saying? I do this, I do that. Don't nobody do like me or hand out like me. And it's like, is that how... Are you trying to validate yourself? Are you trying to buy love from people? Like, do you felt like he was trying to buy love from, like, his friends and stuff, and that was the only reason they was around? Because he said that, like, in the 5 years, I guess, y'all lived together and was married, y'all never had the house to yourselves. It was always his friends over.
It was always a homeboy, a cousin, or little brother he grew up with, or we never left alone in the house, never. Like, I feel like he always been a person, he can't be alone. He has to have somebody with him. Like, that's just what...
And that's why that assistant is with him.
I guess so, yeah. Because she been there too since the breakup. Like, since we broke up. She's been there all through whatever he be going through, so... I mean, it does. Like, it was a confirmation for me, like, okay, you can't be alone. You went and, you know.
are so mature for your age.
Thank you.
It's like, you on that shit, like.
And I feel like everything just came from what I go through, you know? Like, I feel like life is what make me mature. Because, like, I can't think how I used to think 2 years ago. Like, I'm just not that person anymore, you know?
So, I mean, and kids do grow you up, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to mature for your kids.
So were your kids eventually, because he's claiming he's moving back to Alabama to be with you and the kids. Are the kids moving to Houston?
No, okay, so the kids always go back and forth with Houston, Alabama. Okay. Because our family's there. So my mom, like, will always drive to Houston, come get the kids. She would take the kids for, like, 3-4 weeks. Then she would bring them back to me. So that I always go back and forth like that. So now that he's moving there, or he already there, he's going to be close to the kids. And I feel like that was the main reason why he really wanted to have a conversation, because he knew what his plans are, and he knew he was going to be there. And I guess he knew, like, well, I'm going to be closer to my kids, I guess. So.
Okay. So let's talk about this nice guy that you're with, because I feel like nice guys always get the short end of the stick. Yes. Corey got all of this, you know, he got
enough
the
about
wife.
Corey did enough already.
I know, right? He got the wife, he got the threesomes, he got everything. A nice guy. He can't even get we in a relationship, and he been there for you?
No, because he know where we stand. Like, I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm not ready to... be entitled to be in a relationship. I feel like I'm still healing. I'm still processing. It's still a lot of stuff, even from the conversation me and him have. You know, like, I'm still processing the thoughts. Like, I'm still processing what was said and what's going on. Like, this life just did like a 180 over the weekend. So now it's just like, okay, but...
It's going to change when your side of the story come out, too. So be prepared. He gives me bipolar. Like, he going to...
Switched up again.
He going to switch up again. Because I'm telling you, he was so comfortable here and so spiritually grounded that he had went and got his wife back.
I just don't know what definition was that for. Like, what's the definition? Like, exactly what definition was I got her back. Like, Because we conversated and there was a third person here. So it's like.
And what he said, and y'all slept together. And that's what I was like, oh.
Okay, no, we didn't sleep together. Please confirm. We didn't get sleep together.
You didn't kiss?
No.
Nothing.
We hugged. We just gave like a hug. And like I'm telling you, like if you was in the room, you would have seen because it's a third person there. So it wasn't
okay.
Well, we had the moment to ourselves. Like, let's see, like, will you fold? Or let's see, like it wasn't that. And I'm thankful for it because I don't know what would really happen if it would be in a private conversation after, all the mess that already happened. But no, that was not the case. No.
Men have such different.
Yeah, no. And then just to even look at it now, it's like, okay, what if that was the case? Why are you rushing to tell people? Or like, why are you rushing to let it be known? Or like, why are you doing this when you haven't even publicly apologized yet? So I feel like it's not cool.
He did.
It's just not cool.
He said he apologized to you, and I think the interview that he did with me, he was officially apologizing.
It doesn't matter. The same way he found ways to do YouTube videos and talk about it, it could have been the same way for him to sit the camera down and, hey, I want to apologize. Like, why you got to wait for an interview to come to apologize? And even though you did apologize to me privately, but the damage was done publicly. Yeah. So...
He did say he didn't really call immigration, but the fact that he got...
I don't know what he really did. He did so much trolling and just so much that I was just so numb to even just the damage keep being, like a thing going with him every day. So whether he did it, he didn't do it, like it is what it is. Like I don't put my energy into that because I don't be watching him when T-Pages post his picture and my picture and the title. Like, I don't bother to do that. Like I don't bother to go and read or listen.
So what you got going on? What is new single Carmen up to these days?
Well, first I'm working to rebrand myself and really do a 360, clean my image, and just kind of really just show more personality of who I really am. Because I feel like even though I always will showcase what I'm capable of, I was never fully able to show them that because I was with a person. So I feel like I was always just under his wing. Mm-hmm. So I never really was able to here, this is what Carmen really do. Okay. So now, even when I started the channel all about Carmen, now, I'm just now really started feeling then this is what's my life now. It's all about me now. When certain situations happen, I can't ask somebody to help me. I gotta take care of it now. Because, this is my life, my responsibility, So I have a lot of stuff coming. I'm working on just really getting back on my feet. Okay. And just show my audience, I'm still here. Because, that channel gone. But that doesn't mean I'm not working, I still have this channel here also. So I just try to even just get myself together, know. I can't really produce or show people where I want if I'm not mentally at the right space that I need to be. So I feel like I have been really just working to relearn myself to see what I like to do. Because I have been very much just paying attention to myself. And I like to do a lot of stuff that I didn't really do in a relationship. So now it's oh, I kind of like this. I like being private. I'm a private person. I don't really put my business out there unless somebody else put them out there. And I feel in a relationship, everybody already knew what we was doing, where we was going, when we was going, what time, because of, the person that I was with. And then now even it kind of pushed me to one.
Her shade.
No shade. I'm just saying and this is something that is not new, I'm not saying anything new or anything to just be out there, but maybe I am expressing it with different emotions because of course, so much have happened. It's I keep doing something that, you say, you don't know what's gonna happen when this come out. We're back in World War III, so it's well, here we go again. So it's
and this your baby daddy for life too.
That's the thing. And that's what people don't understand. Even if people hear oh, she sat down with him and had a conversation. Oh, she's so dumb. She's so stupid. But it's I was going to have to talk to him one day, regardless. So I just never knew when or how that was going to happen. But we got kids. The kid's not even close to being 18 yet.
So he has not been sending you money or anything for the last 5 months?
No.
How the hell were you making ends meet?
I wasn't making it happen myself.
That's fucked up, Corey.
No, I didn't. No.
Took the YouTube channel away.
Yeah.
That's probably like 90% of your revenue.
Yeah.
And so you basically started a new one and was like, yeah, bitch, we back up and rolling.
Yeah, and that's what I'm working on. So like, pick myself back up the way I need to be, because like for 5 months, a lot has been shown and I have realized a lot. So it's like, okay.
I am actually a fan. I really am. You are so young, so pretty, so mature. Like, I'm like, I know motherfucking well she ain't let this dude just get out. And it's like he got this pimp style mentality. You got his jury. Yeah, that's my bitch. Ain't nobody gonna never be able to move in on my bitch. And, he just gives me that.
You talking about his sister?
No, Corey towards you. And I was just like, I know motherfucking well like she ain't. After he threatened to deport her and her family and split up the kids and take the kids at one weekend. Like I was just like, I'm really, really proud of you.
Thank you. But just think about it, like so much had happened. You haven't done anything to repair nothing that you have caused. So why, why would it be a thing to just Carmen be okay with you coming back in the picture? You haven't tried to do nothing publicly to repair the damage you have done.
He told me he was going to re-propose to you.
Yeah. Well, let me see to that.
I asked him, I said, so you gonna renew the vows? What you doing? He said, oh yeah, all of that is coming.
Well, I haven't talked to Corey in that level, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what he said to you. I don't know what his plans are.
He's leaving Miami this weekend and then moving to Alabama with you. I swear to God, I was like, God damn. Like, that's really...
Say it. That's
really quick. That's really quick.
Exactly.
Boom, bam. Boom, bam, boom. My wife is back.
No. But Corey do troll a lot, so.
No, he was dead ass serious during this interview.
To you. To you. And I'm not even trying to, be messy or anything, but it's like, there's no emotions attached when it comes to speaking on a situation. Repetitive,
Yeah.
Like, it's just repetitive. Like, let's talk about the new guy that I have. How about that?
That's what I'm saying. So what is the stark contrast between your old relationship and your new guy now?
I like the fact that he respects that still situation with my baby daddy. Like, he knows, like, well, you have to talk to him. You got to deal with him. You got kids. You got that. But me and him, we have established that whenever we ready, or if that is something that's meant to happen to be on that level, it's going to happen naturally without us looking for it, without us putting a title on it or a time, and I feel like he has been very supportive of my healing process. Like, he hasn't pushed me or forced me to, like, respond to him how he would want me to. Like, he has been very much mature.
Is he older?
Yes, he's older than me.
How old is he? How much older?
3 years, 2-3 years.
Is he in the public eye as well?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Do people know? Anybody know about it?
Yeah.
Well, where was I?
You missed that gap.
Yes. Where was I? Who is he?
His name's Miechie. And Instagram is MeechieSoCrazy. Oh, maybe that's why you missed it.
It's Meechie.
Are we talking about the same Meechie?
Yeah, I know Meechie. Black China X.
Oh, yeah.
I got you, Meechie. I don't give a damn if Meechie gonna kill me for this. Meechie ain't never been in no committed relationship.
I was being open about it and said that he was in a relationship like 10 years for his last, but it was always like on and off, or separated for 2 years, get back together, or this was on the public records, that's what he had said. So
Meechie know how to get pussy.
Ooh.
Me and Meechie go way back.
Hey.
Meechie done been on the platform a few times, okay?
Oh, yeah, you had him before, huh?
I got him right when he was exposed with China. Like,
oh, yeah.
That's how far we go back. Like, so that's why I didn't hear about it, because anybody that Meechie with, it's not.
But he's a great guy, though, overall.
Meechie is a very nice guy.
Yes.
He's very charming.
Mm-hmm. gentleman. Such a gentleman.
Sing. He is a much better person than Corey. I can't tell you that. As far as he's not, he understands there's a time for work and there's a time to play.
Right.
And I do like, since China, he has been very private about his love life, but there's a reason for that because he keeps a few in rotation. And so, that's an interesting, y'all are an interesting couple. Just don't fall too hard for Meechie.
No, I can't. And this what he knows. He knows that I'm not falling. Like, I'm not easy to fall, especially not what I just went through, you know? And I know me. I know that, like, once I fall, like, I'm all in for it. Like, I'm there. So
rule number one, Carmen, get you an ugly nigga. Get you an ugly nigga that don't like the limelight.
Ugly man still lying. Ugly man still cheat.
They still lying and cheating, but that's because they probably got a lot of money to do that. But you get you somebody that's average, you know what I'm saying?
The shade.
Them niggas is too pretty right now. They like the spotlight, but I can tell you that Meechie is a little bit more grounded than Corey.
Yes, definitely.
And he's not cocky. He ain't finna go back and forth because he didn't do it with Rob Kardashian, and I was shocked.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's just not an internet person.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not. He's
not. Okay, that is shocking. I'm thinking you. He's talking about he mixed. He black. Meechie black.
Well, I mean, he's light skinned,
but he black. He black.
I mean, yeah, he has black in his family. Yeah.
And I promise you, I'm not hating. I just know Meechie. I just know Meechie. I just know Meechie so crazy. Like, watch somebody email me. I'm sure it's probably been out there. Oh, I messed with Meechie. Da, 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 da. They gonna hit me up real hard now with this. So they be know about Meechie in the DMV area and shit. He in Houston now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, but he still go back and forth with DC because his family there still.
Okay.
So he always, when he's not in Houston, he's in DC.
Okay. I like how he said, "Don't put no titles on it. We're not rushing nothing."
Yeah, because like I had went on his show and I did show out, and then like when the show came out, people was rooting for us. Like, people start putting both of us together, like, yes, this is what she need, da, da, da. But of course you still had the people like, no, Carmen, that's not what you need. You need to run. And and we already, like, based on how we put it out there on social media, I can see why it looked like, it was something that it was not. But eventually, we're just like, me and him always been honest with each other. And he knows, like, I'm just like a cold shoulders right now. Like, I'm not so soft. I'm not too much of a lover girl right now. And he made it public. Like, he said he was down to waiting time whenever I'm ready for a relationship, if that's meant to happen.
He said that publicly?
Yeah.
Then maybe he changing. I got to go watch this video.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
Meechie, 6 months ago.
Well, yeah.
I did an interview and we didn't put it out. I don't know why we didn't put it out. I think something was wrong with the sound. It was a virtual interview. Them virtual interviews, I hate doing them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going to call Meechie. This is going to be a 3-part series. So, y'all, please get me Meechie on the line. Get him into the studio.
Oh, my goodness.
Listen.
Yeah, because when I told him that I was coming here to do an interview with you, he was like, oh, Tasha. Yeah, we go way back. Yeah, he said the same thing. Yeah, he definitely
I've had a few conversations about Meechie and his various women's and things like that. So if he said that publicly, then maybe he's changing. Which I understand it. Meechie's a very young man. He's attractive. He's very talented. I get it. It's really hard to kind of settle down and you grinding. I know he's really taking his music thing really serious. He's really dominated in the YouTube space these last couple of years. So I kind of have watched his growth and watched him monetize a very public scandal. Mm-hmm. And he handled it so gracefully, sleeping with Blac Chyna while she was with the Kardashian. Like, he was one of the three.
Yeah, that was a situation. Yes.
They were trying to say Meechie was gay or bisexual because, Chyna do like bisexual men. She doesn't care. Yes, and he's not. not. He's not. I know that. But it was just, I was shocked at how he monetized it and really turned it into money and got his music off the ground. And he was on some major platforms and, you know, and he's still out here doing his thing. So to see him like get out here and try to be a man, like I love it. Go Meechie and Carmen. I'ma still get him on the show though.
Oh my God.
So you guys are collaborating on your channels and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's gonna really get you in the search engine heavy as well too. I do gotta check out the new content that you've been putting out. I haven't been over there. I'm super busy, but you know, I was more interested, and that's what made us reach out, was because, you know, Corey got on the internet saying that he was about to deport you and you lied to him and you used him to get a green card. And it's like, so she got 2 kids. And what if she used you to get a green card? Those are her kids. She need to be where her damn kids are. So for him to say that, he just kind of gave me bitter baby daddy, and he just damaged and emotionally unstable. And he gives me something went severely wrong in his childhood. I don't know what it was, but you know, there's nothing that anybody can fix but him spiritually grounding himself, because his emotions are just too much.
Yeah, they be all over the place.
Yeah, like men are supposed to be your safe space. Yeah.
But instead, they just make you feel like insecure. Or...
Oh, I mean, young, insecure men, yeah. So, but he's now saying that he's changed. And he said that his mentor helped him change. And that he was going to be a better man for you. And he was going to re-propose. So, Meechie
has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with my boy like that. No.
Meechie, what you gonna say when he re-proposed to his wife?
I can already see Meechie like, I gotta do what I gotta do, man. But nah, Meechie even knows that's not a situation. Like, I told him when I met up with Corey, I told him, I said, well, you know, my baby dad in town, and he asked to link, so we're gonna see how that goes. And he was like, okay, mommy, go ahead, you know, handle your things. And then when I spoke to him about it, he was just like, well, hopefully he changed. Hopefully he don't get back on social media and right back at it, or whatever the case was. So.
We'll after this interview, especially after we get Meechie here next week.
Not just saying the next week. Oh my gosh,
Meechie hitting that man's wife.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, because Corey already was saying that Meechie was in the picture since June of last year when we did a blind date. And no, Meechie even...
But Meechie is Mr. Steal Your Girl though. Like, I'm telling you, he has a history. I was like, anybody that sleeps with a woman knowing she with a Kardashian, that's some bullshit. That's when I knew Meechie. I said, Meechie gonna be all right in these streets. Kardashians could have ended him.
Yeah, no, that's a different ball right there. That's a different ball. Yes.
That's a different ball. So, but anything else you want to cover before we go? I know you got your YouTube channel, All About Carmen. Definitely your Instagram is popping. You're on TikTok. You know, you're on Facebook. Are you in the Facebook monetization program now? Have you got your Facebook?
Working on it.
I know it's hard.
Yeah, because I had a page on it, but I just can't get back to it for some reason. Like, I had to go through a whole process with the email recovery and other stuff. So I had to start like a new Facebook page to get on that. But
okay, and so right now you are able to make ends meet without the help of Corey, and you know, you're getting bookings and stuff. And so what are we gonna see like over the next year? Don't tell me you about to be a rapper.
Okay, not a rapper, not a rapper, because I don't really do music like that, you know. But no, I'm really more focused on opening doors to be on TV. Like, that's my goal.
Okay, so
I want to do
agent,
like I want to host a show. I want to play a role in a movie, or you know, any opportunity on TV. Like, that's what I'm working for. And right now, I'm bringing back Carmen's Bootcamp, because that was a big production that I've done 3 years ago, and when Corey took the channel, you know, of course, all my video was gone and deleted and stuff. So the new audience that I'm, you know, gaining every day, they don't know what I have done already. So I'm bringing back Carmen's Bootcamp. I'm dropping Carmen's Bootcamp season 1 all over again, so they can see, like, you know, like the recap. And then I'm gonna start back working on Carmen's Bootcamp season 2.
You know what you should do, and I'll do it. You should do it before I drop this interview. Ask Corey to give you a good faith gesture, give you back the channel. And you sign the channel over to you. You can't recover it.
Yeah, but I kind of don't want it no more.
You sure?
It's toxic. That channel's toxic. Like, that, it's like that. That channel is like my past life. You know, like, I don't I don't want it. And then,
but you can take the videos down and rebrand and still keep the subscribers.
Nah, it's okay. I started from zero. I got a new fresh start. So we're gonna focus on that. And then whatever that was, that was. But if he was to, put it back up there or change it to my name again or whatever, then it still be okay. People can go and watch like old videos or whatever. But at the same time, it's like I wouldn't just keep it how you got it right now. Like it's cool. Like.
Okay. So you really like the path you're on. You're okay. You're making money. You're getting, you're getting bookings and stuff like that. And so we're going to see a whole different independent Carmen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, and that's why I tell people, like, in this year, don't expect me to be in a relationship. Like,
fuck my baby daddy.
Like, yeah, I'm not getting in a relationship with anybody, Like, I'm not. It's called dating, I guess, exploring. But yeah, this year is more about, finishing healing from that, what I went through, and just, still continually going and continually to like rebrand myself and make my brain just more bigger than what it is, but with a purpose, with my own purpose now. So like I am aiming for big stuff. So.
All right, well, listen. Carmen Pritchett, follow her on Instagram, all about Carmen on YouTube. What's your TikTok?
It is Carmen.
It's Carmen. It is Carmen. Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha. And on Facebook? You on Facebook?
No, because that old page, I don't know if I have access to it.
All right, well, listen, all things Carmen. I'm just so happy that you just didn't fall for the okie doke again, because that's the whole reason why I brought you in. I was just like, I got to talk to these two separate. And if he would have came in here on some bullshit, he wouldn't have been able to do that. But I don't know what you said to him during that meeting, but I got to tell you, I was just like, is this Corey? Corey? You in there? I swear. So
you did the same Corey for a month ago?
And I know you've done a lot of videos and stuff and interviews, and people, just keep asking the redundant questions and stuff. But of course, this was a new scandal that aroused, and I didn't know if he had went and got immigration lawyers and stuff. But to hear that, you're just focused on you. And building you and doing you, and you're not letting a man control you like that, or, or dangle money over your head. If you act right, I give you this. If you don't, and things like that. I'm proud of you. I really am. Especially with you being so young and being a young mother. I am proud of you. Girl, don't let these niggas do you like that no more. They supposed to build you up, not tear you down.
Right.
Okay?
I agree with you. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you
and
now look at that camera and say, now I gotta go.
Now I gotta go.
Bye. Meechie coming in next.